Hello and welcome back to Foos Entertainment for our next review, which is of 2008's Quantum of Solace, which is a part of the Daniel Craig 4K James Bond collection. And we're talking about the plot of the film, Ferrell's opinion of the film, my opinion of the film. Talk about the overall experience of the film and get the film ranking. And maybe put a little trivia in there to help you guys understand why this film is the way that it is. Following the death of Vesper Led, James Bond makes his next mission personal. The hunt for those who blackmailed his lover leads him to ruthless businessman Dominic Green, a key player in the organization which caressed Vesper. Bond learns that Green is plotting to gain total control of a vital natural resource, and he must navigate a minefield of danger and treachery to foil the plan. Okay, Quantum of Solace. A lot of people have big issues with this film. They say that there's not enough of a plot in the film, that it's a little too fast. They don't like the way the movie's filmed, with it having a lot of shaky cam, action sequences in it. They say that the writing's poor, but what they don't realize is that this one's supposed to be more of a sequel of sorts to Casino Royale. And so and this kind of where it comes to my opinion in addressing everybody's issues. This is quite literally kind of like Daniel Craig's License to Kill, if you think about it. He's more motivated by revenge and motivated by closure that he finally does get by getting even. And all the odds are stacked against him and stuff like that. And with a film like that, it doesn't really require a whole lot of plot. I will always defend Quantum of Solace. I do not understand the hatred that this film has. If I'm in a mood for a random James Bond film, the one James Bond film that I go most for out of all 25 films, that for a random James Bond film, is Quantum of Solace. It's quite literally my main go-to when it comes to James Bond films. It has everything I like about James Bond film in it, from James Bond's perspective. In a lot of ways, when I watch Quantum of Solace, I scratch the itch that I always desired when I watch License to Kill. I scratch the action itch that I've always wanted when it comes to, say, GoldenEye. And I scratch the short and sweet, not too long, not too over-executed itch of a film that doesn't take forever to get through, that you get with, say, Live and Let Die or From Russia with Love. So it delivers on all those cylinders to me. And on top of that, from a sartorial point of view, is a very stylish, wonderful looking movie. And as for the action's great in this film. Now, to go into a little bit of a trivia as to why the story is not nearly as good as the other 24 James Bond films, which includes the ones that came after this and the ones that came before it. There was a writer's strike going on, and it affected this movie. A lot of this movie was put together sort of improbably, I think would be the right word, or something along those lines. And so it was put together by not so creative means because of the writer's strike. And as for the shaky cam, I never ever really was bothered by the shaky cam in the sequences in this film, because this this is really a personal James Bond movie to James Bond. In a lot of ways, it's kind of what a lot of us would have loved to have seen Diamonds Are Forever be. Following that they made that movie after Her Majesty's Secret Service. And it opens up with Bond being in a vicious mood, wanting to get revenge for Tracy. In a lot of ways, Quantum of Solace is kind of like that, but it's carried throughout the entire movie, and not just the first, 5 minutes. And I will always defend this film. It's really a fun movie that I probably watched more times in theaters than any other James Bond movie, believe it or not. I believe I saw this movie 8 times on the big screen. I believe I saw Casino Royale 4 or 5 times. The only other ones that I saw multiple times is really just one, and that would be No Time to Die. I saw No Time to Die in theaters probably about 5 times, maybe even 6. All right, well, let's talk about the audio and video. Sorry, the audio and video experience of the 4K release. Again, this is definitely stepped up, because if you have utilized Adobe Vision with HDR10, it really does add an element to the picture presentation. However, though, this one is a step down from Casino Royale. I think Casino Royale just looked a little bit better than this movie, but it's still quite a good 4K picture. The 5.1 DTS HD Master Audio. This may be a little front heavy, but what I always liked about it is the use of a bass in the film, and the fact that it's a very dramatic sound design on this movie, even if it doesn't have enough surround effects like, say, the last one, and of course the 3 that came after it. But to me, it's still a awesome 5.1 DTS HD Master Audio sound presentation, and you definitely get your buck for your money out of it, for sure. This right here is really the type of James Bond movie that where you can turn the lights off and watch it on a big ass screen and really just escape in a lot of ways. Now, ranking for Quantum of Solace. Believe it or not, as much as I would like to give Quantum of Solace 4 stars, I do recognize its flaws. So, I will definitely be giving Quantum of Solace a higher score than most people would. I would be giving this film a 3.5 stars rating. This gets 3.5 stars from me. And that's all I gotta say about Quantum of Solace from 2008. And I'll see all of you on the next review very, very soon.